What's up, and welcome back to another episode of the Hangout. We've just got back from a 2-week trip up at the Blue Mountains. Went with my fiance and my main climbing partner and his family, and it was so fun. Just the funness of climbing was really back. You know, with Brycey, who's the guest of today's episode, and his young son, kind of like making routes for him to climb and taking, you know, both our fiancés out to easier crags and having them climb. Like, it was just a fun trip. Got on some cool things, experienced the Blue Mountain style, which I loved. I loved Shipley. Like, I loved the slabby, balancy, crimpy. Yeah, so excited to go back and put some more time into things. Sometime this year, I'd love to go back. Go back and try. Some of the food there was awesome. Had a great sauna at Blue Mountain Sauna or public sauna. Like that, yeah, what they're doing there is sick. There's just stuff happening up there. So I'm very excited to go back. Bit of a trek up, but seems to be worth it. Anywho, this week, I'm hanging with Bryce Johnson. Bryce is one of my best mates. I've known him for, I think we worked out, about 15, 16 years or so. We've been climbing together. He's basically who got me into climbing in 2019 and lived with him. We were housemates for 5 years and we built a gym at our home, moonboard, spray wall, training center. Like, it was just, we went balls to the wall, and he's such an asset to have coming into climbing because he's so psyched. And he's built my psych up for all of the years. He's my main climbing partner. He's my best mate. And I hope you enjoy episode 13 of The Hangout with Bryce Johnson.
Basically, rock climbing became a way of life.
I don't even know when we started being friends, Bryce. I don't really remember.
Probably year 11.
You reckon year 11?
Maybe.
And that is 2010. So 16 years. That's close. 16 years we've been friends. Wow. And 7 years we've been climbing.
What?
Mm-hmm. I know, we should be better.
We should be better. Should we get to take the COVID 2 away? Or?
We do get, oh no, we got stronger. We got so much stronger.
No. We get to take the COVID 2.
Yeah, we'll take it away. So if listeners recognize the gym that we're in from episode 3 with Calmatha, this is Brycey's home gym, my ex-old home gym that I used to live at and train at as well. Mm-hmm. And Brycey put a lot of effort, time, and money into creating an awesome facility, which we're sitting in and recording another episode of The Hangout with.
Mm-hmm. Too much of all those things.
Yeah, maybe. I wonder, I've brought this because I've tried to think about it a bit on the podcast as well, of how we both got into climbing at the same time because we were just decided to. And we watched a climbing documentary from my memory. If you remember better, I can't remember. But we watched a climbing documentary that got us psyched, and then we went to Bayside. Do you remember what that climbing documentary was?
I think it was...
Don't make me out to be a liar because I've told people it wasn't Free Solo because I think that came after we started.
Free Solo. I think it was the Dormal.
Was it Dormal?
I think so.
I think it was Dormal. So I thought it was something like a bit more rogue, like Maru or something like that. But there's not much climbing in Maru.
Why would we watch that as well? I don't think it's like significant. Didn't you read the Dormal? Maybe that came after. I
read that after. Yeah, because I was reading it at the Grampians, I remember. The Push. Great book. Tommy Caldwell's book. It's pretty good. You know, you get to understand, you know, what he actually went through, man.
No, the movie's better than the book.
The movie's better than the book. I like the character development. But yeah, I don't really remember like what it was that we were watching, but I remember just sitting on the couch, whether it was mid-documentary or post-documentary, and we were like just frothing about it. And you brought up like when you traveled South America, how you rolled through Bariloche, found a climbing community. You didn't climb at all. You were just hiking through. What was it that moment? Like, do you think that was kind of the moment that sort of sparked something for you?
Definitely sparked something. I think it's probably good I didn't climb there because it was like just these giant mountains, and I probably would have got like 2 meters up and been like, well, this is terrifying. So it
What's
probably would have
changed?
scared me off. But originally, yeah, when I saw it, I'm like, wow, this is awesome. I really want to try this one day. And we ended up hiking with these American guys that were doing a, it's not, like they were doing a mountaineering course.
Uh-huh.
And one of the guys had to get flown down because he had altitude sickness. He was telling us, like, I started throwing up all this orange. And they came from Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
So I was talking to them about like, oh, did you see all the climbers up there? And they go like, yeah, because there's tons of climbing where I'm from. And he started telling me about Colorado. And originally my plan was on that trip to finish in America. So then I was like, oh, why don't I stop in Colorado, go do some climbing there?
That came up.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And then when I got back, I was back into powerlifting.
Mm-hmm.
Or starting powerlifting.
No, you were.
I don't think I was doing powerlifting before,
True.
no.
Yeah, that was 2015.
Stop it. Yeah. So then the journey from there was just like do powerlifting, keep getting injured to the point that it just broke me physically and mentally, because it was like the way powerlifting would work is you would do this like 3-month block up into a competition, and then like I think like 3 in a row, like I got to the point where my back couldn't end up doing the competition, and I just went, oh fuck this. So I started looking for something else, and at the same time I was watching so much YouTube at work, but and I was watching Juji Mufu.
Yeah,
because he was very into like all the lifting and all that, and they brought on this guy called,
some Norwegian fella.
Yeah, and they brought on this guy, and it was just like they were doing this all the grip stuff, and then like I started going like, oh, that's really cool. Like you just saw his grip strength and stuff, and when you'd never seen anything like it, you're like, how is this possible? So then I started watching more of like Magnus's YouTube, and I think at the same time maybe we watched something climbing and just went like, let's try this.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Like I think all of it's come, like I definitely had an interest in it, I think, as a kid, but never like at those kids' birthday parties and stuff like that. But it was never like, oh, I want to keep on doing this. It was like, oh, this is fun. And then just like the next day forgotten about it.
Yeah, same.
And I don't think I would have gotten back into it if A, we didn't live together, or maybe even if you didn't go on that South America trip, who knew what would have happened there?
Don't know.
That's so crazy. Yeah, I didn't really know that's you were like kind of lined up to go to Colorado and be like, I'm just going to try this.
Yeah.
Huh.
That was the plan.
I mean, that explains a bit of the psych, because after that documentary, sitting on the couch and we were just like frothing about going on, which we've still never done, but like almost romanticizing what it's like to go on an international trip with a goal to be like, oh, we're going here and we're going climbing. But we are going to Blue Mountains on a specific climbing trip, which is going to be awesome. That's coming up in April, which makes me feel like I'm going to have to release this now before April.
I think people will be okay.
You reckon?
Yeah.
They don't need continuity of
like,
episodes.
oh, they've already been on that. What's even the point of watching it?
They're listening to it right now. I'm like, I saw him last week at the Blue Mountains. But yeah, I think we went down to Bayside probably that weekend. Like it was moving pretty fast. And I think as we were leaving, correct me, this is how I remember it in my mind, you were trying on shoes already.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. And then you bought your first pair of shoes like that first time going down to the gym. And then it just like...
Second pair of shoes, second time going to the gym.
Totally. It just cascaded so fast for us. And I don't think I would have been able... Like, I don't move into things fast. I like teeter-totter into things so slowly. And like when I got into cycling, I like didn't want to buy an expensive bike. So I found one on Marketplace. Didn't want to buy a new like kit and new helmet. So I like found it on like, eBay. I don't think Temu was a thing there, and just like cheaped my way through everything. And then having you on my side going into climbing, I'm like, oh, maybe I do need to get some shoes, and actually invested in some shoes. And then you're like, oh, let's get a harness, and then getting a harness, and then moving so fast into the sport where you like pushed quite heavily for us to get our lead assessment really quickly at Nunawading Hard Rock.
RIP, which is now closed down. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're gone.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
we'll never get to do that 23 slab.
Yeah, rats. That was a hard slab. We'll never actually get our lead assessment pass.
Yeah.
Oh, bummer. Oh well.
Teaches them. Serves them right.
Yeah.
Reject us for bad belaying.
I mean, the dude who taught us, I don't know if he was, super efficient anyway, because we've spoken about it before, and
Efficient enough to know that I probably shouldn't have been letting go of the brake hand though.
that is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah, he knew his basics, but somehow when he was doing his test falls, it was like we think it was his knot was way too long.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
like his stopper or his like little double overhand sort of the two for fin knot that we call it. Stopper was
Yeah.
too long, and
Way
when
too
he
long.
took a whip, it hit him in the face, and he came down with blood on his forehead from like a test fall that he was teaching lead assessment to.
Yeah. The stopper was like, it was probably like this far above the knot.
And
And then
yeah,
it was definitely
forearm
probably
length.
could have done a triple or a triple for fin. But yeah, it was really high up. And then you could tell he was a bit sketched about falling. And then he came down bleeding from the top of his head. He's like,
it's crazy.
that's fine.
Never I think in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, like we were just like, oh, that's crazy, but like that's just
He was so chill about it. We were
Yeah.
just like,
that's a thing.
climbing's fucking hardcore.
Yeah. Never
you
seen
just
it again.
Bleed from the head if you take a fall.
Yeah, and maybe that's why we weren't super confident in you letting go of the brake hand.
I just was testing the systems,
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
I mean, they were using ATCs, weren't they?
ATC pilot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so doing the lead assessment incredibly fast, getting that somewhat done, but then
Too fast. Do you remember
too
like
fast.
everybody going around the circle of being like, how long have you been climbing? Everyone was like, a year, 2 years. And we were like, 5 weeks.
Yeah, which I have to thank you for, because I don't know where I would actually be in climbing if I took it upon myself to be like, oh, I'm going into climbing. You go. It's maybe your blessing and your curse is you go so deep into things.
Yeah.
And I'm so like you were deep into powerlifting, and that put a really cool gym into the house, and I was able to work out. But yeah, you getting into climbing, things just like grew so fast in our world, and I was just like grabbed onto the coattails and just was dragged along, and it's kind of it's definitely brought me here, which is hopefully something I'm trying to make like a career out of as well. Which is so thank you.
I will be taking a fee, I think.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
Hanging out with me, that's your fee.
Yeah, it's a burden.
That's the burden. What is my
Point.
What is my point? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
What is what else? What else? What else? What is it like to climb with me? Like, what is my pros and cons of a climbing partner / belayer? Because we have been friends for 16 years, but also housemates for 5 and belay partners for 7.
Yeah. What's it like to climb with you?
Mm.
There's a lot of
Don't be honest.
No, okay, I'll taper it. I'll redact some stuff.
Yeah, nice. Topical.
No, I think it's really good. I think we balance each other really well.
Mm.
I think I have too much psych at often times where I'm like, at one point I was, I wanted to go climbing so much I was finding strange men on the internet to go climbing with me.
And coming back with wall wounds.
Yeah, which wasn't good. I was taking some massive whips and like was covered in like rope, which I can't really blame him for that. But
Mm.
yeah, just some weird experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And I find, I don't know where I was going with that, but anyway,
Yeah.
I find you're always very positive with climbing, and I appreciate that because I think I can get a bit negative, and I put so much into it. I think that like it means too much to me, and you sometimes come with more of a casual and like fun experience. Like I know, like there's been approaches where we've had where like it'll be really hot, and we're working through trying to find the thing, and you're always just like, yeah, probably just keep going this way. And I'm just like, no, I don't know. I don't think it's the other way. Let's look at the phone. And like, I think I'm a bit of a dick, I guess. That's what I'm saying. And you put up with it well.
No, I just think you're like, you carry an intensity which is just passion driven as well. And you do, I think you hold yourself in very high expectations, which I think comes with like a lot of pros, but definitely sometimes it can, like, if the expectations aren't being met consistently, it comes with like that lower level where it's just like frustration and whatever else comes with it as well.
Yeah.
But I think it's a really nice balance. I think it's a really good balance that we have where it's like, I'm now getting into the point where I think I care a lot more than I used to. And that's hard to, I guess, balance a bit more with expectations, especially now having a coach and like now, wanting to do better, not just trying to be like, oh, let's just go climbing. But now like, having a want and a desire is something I think that I'm, learning a bit from you as well.
Yeah, it's tricky. Climbing can be so enjoyable, but with all hobbies, like in powerlifting was the same. You can stack your enjoyment with progress, and that can get hard because like it's not a sport, or it is for some people, but for us, it's not a sport where it's been like linear progression, like just straight, like this grade, this grade, this grade, this grade. Like sometimes you take 2 steps forwards, 1 step back because you have to learn different techniques, a different way of climbing sort of thing. So if you put all that into it of being like, oh, if I do this, then I will be happy. And if I do this, then I'll be happy with it. But a lot of the times you get to that point and it's like a little bit, what's next? So I think what's good about it is that I don't think there's any time that I'm climbing and just not enjoying it. And I think that's what's great about climbing with you and having like a really good friend that you can climb with. Is like, it's fun. Yep. It just is fun.
It is funny how it's like so many people have all these like different belay partners and they just like, they'll climb with them for a month and then they like move on and just like people come and go. It's like this short-term relationship. And I wonder how many people have like this long, like because people go on expeditions and like, oh, who we get into it? And like they get people in. I wonder how many people actually have a 7-year long, like pretty much every trip that I've every time I've climbed outdoors on a rope.
A monogamous climbing relationship.
Totally. Yeah. All these cheaters out here.
They're rare. They're so rare. The morals of the youth are just all over the place. All these poly climbers.
And it's so interesting because I think like whether we actually speak about our like relationship as friends, I think we have such a deep understanding of each other because we've seen each other in so many different scenarios of fear, enjoyment, elation, anger, frustration. Like we've seen each other on like the deepest spectrum of every emotion basically. And I think that's, I don't know. It's so, I don't know. We don't really talk about it, but it's just there, I guess. But it's deepened our relationship, which is cool.
Yeah, I agree. It's an interesting thing because I think with most friendships, you're not really put in unusual situations like you are with that. And then you obviously can't like manage somebody else's emotions for them, especially when all these different things come up in climbing. Yeah. Whether it's like, well, I mean, the happy ones are not even worth addressing, but like if it's disappointment or
an injury happens,
or fear, and then you can kind of see that in your climbing partner, and whether like they want to address it or I want to address it, it's so totally up to the individual. But you learn other people's patterns.
Yep. Yeah, it's so interesting. I think that's what's so cool about climbing is like, well, rope climbing specifically, it is like a partnership. Like I don't know if I would climb as well or as good or as confident or as maybe even passionate if I was climbing with someone like on a, that I've just bumped into or I've climbed a couple of times with, because we've got now this like deep belaying relationship that's kind of grown out of a friendship as well. I think it must be unique. Maybe? I don't know.
People have friends.
Yeah. Oh, what's that like?
People have more than one friend sometimes.
No, we got Harry now. We're all good. Harry, come on. That's hilarious. But yeah, so I I don't know. I appreciate the support that you have given me over the time as well, which has been really nice and really supportive, because there's this like trajectory that I think you've been on, which you must be conscious of as well. Like in your climbing, I think I've seen a trajectory of this like intensity, passion, maybe easily flustered if things aren't going the way, to now, like I noticed two trips ago at Balcony, where it was like this like very nice support structure that was belaying me, which I don't know, I maybe it's now that you're getting, well, I mean, it could be a few things, like you're deeper into climbing, which I think generally is going to help people like assess their own emotions and other emotions probably better, you'd think, because there's just so much data coming in constantly with climbing. But also becoming a father, I think, has helped somewhat of our belaying relationship, because you've like got this almost fathering, nurturing side. So if you see me like cruxing out or feeling fear, not that it ever was like a push to get up further, but now there's like a lot more nurturing behind it as well. How do you feel that now fatherhood, how has that affected your climbing specifically?
Before talking about fatherhood, I think possibly what has changed, I would say more is I think listening to the podcast, and then as we were touching on before, sometimes there's things that we sort of don't speak about.
Yeah.
So I will just go, he's good. Like, I just presume you are. And then there was some things that sort of popped up where I went like, I had to reflect a little bit, and I'm like, oh, am I creating a good climbing environment for Tom, or am I checking in on him enough to make sure that there's certain things that he's good with? So I just sort of had to reflect. I think, again, I get very like, you know, I'm focused on what I'm doing.
Ultra focus.
And yeah, I just, yeah, I think once you start, like, once I started to hear, like, there's certain things, I went, like, I just need to make sure that I'm being a good climbing partner. Like, not, you know, there's being a good belayer, but then there's being a good climbing partner. And I think part of that is, like, checking in, seeing what your partner actually needs from you.
Yeah.
And if it's, like, a more supportive psych or whatever it is, like, it's important.
Yeah, I think it's definitely helped, but I don't want it to alleviate or like ignore the feelings of like I should be in control of my own like it's not like that was you not being supportive was a negative to my climbing, you know, but now you are more supportive, which I think is maybe helping. I don't know, I'm not too sure, but it is just nice to have around. But yeah, we kind of spoke about it before, and it's like, yeah, you heard things on the podcast, which I guess we've like not properly spoken about, or maybe I've even like properly noticed, and you noticed because you're my belay partner / best friend. But it's so interesting that you're like, you brought it up, and you're like, oh, I like kind of putting the onus on yourself to be like, oh, I didn't realize I was not this like space for you to communicate these things. But I don't know. I think I also have those spaces where I do get into more of like an emotional side and talk about my feelings. And yeah, if our relationship goes that way, I'm open to it. But I love when we're out like driving out to the Grampians, like where it's just shit talking the whole time. Like it's pretty much jokes the whole time, just talking.
Yeah. And that's my love language is talking shit.
Totally. Yeah.
So that's, I guess, what I went like, maybe if Tom's struggling with something and then I lower him down and then I say, you're a lanky piece of crap. Like maybe that's not helping.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it was more just a case of like, to me, it's like if somebody's making fun of me or I'm making fun of them, that's like, you're basically telling each other you love you. I don't make fun of people that I don't like.
Yeah.
Talk shit about them behind their back.
Yeah. And I think I've learned that as well. But like, I guess when it comes up on a climbing trip and I'm actually in frustration or fear of myself, like, I guess that's where I'm like, maybe my most vulnerable, and
Yeah,
that's where it comes in. I
100%.
guess that's where
And for me,
Mm.
I like it. Like,
I do.
So that's
enjoy
where
it
it's
as well.
about, like, you got to learn your partner a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. To me, it alleviates the stress.
Mhm.
You know, if you're like, I was really freaked out by, a climb, or like I'm disappointed in my appointment. I'm disappointed in my attempt.
Yep.
Like switching back to jokes and like, yeah, to me that's like, but that's not for everyone, and that's what I have to learn, and then cut those people out of my life. It's gonna be really hard to cut my kids out of my life.
Super. It was funny, like bringing Harry into our climbing partnership.
Because he's so nice.
Well, he's so nice, but yeah, he's so nice.
Yeah.
But then like the first time you guys climbed together, and then watching that dynamic, and then like when you both started to like understand each other and like hear the shit talking come in and hear Harry kind of like give it back and everything like that as well. I'm like, we're on now. Like you're understanding each other.
Yeah.
Because I don't want my climbing or my like fears or whatever it is to change also who you are and and how you show.
I don't think it changes who I am. I don't. It makes me very upset if I find out that I've upset somebody, or if I'm like something's going on that I'm not aware of. Like that really.
And you've
that
always
rocks
been
me.
good with that. Like even just living with you for the 5 years here. Like if I don't know, like if I was in a rut for some reason, feeling like ultra depressed, and you found out, or like I can't remember. There was like situations where if you feel like you had a responsibility, or you could, or just even a choice to, you would always reach out. Like I think that's what the side of you people don't see so much as well, because it's just like this playful shit talking assholery, but then there's like this like maybe that's the deeper side, where it is you are like probably one of the most caring people and giving people to people.
Never know.
But yeah, like I think that juxtaposition is like why I have such an attraction to your personality as well, because you have like this deep sense of like, yeah, ultra caring. And I know you do really care as well. When you feel like even you've done something wrong, you'll like put yourself out and be like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know I made you feel that way. I've had a few of those texts come my way from you, and I appreciate the heck out of it. But I also appreciate, being able to just laugh the whole way to the Grampians on 3 hours, just giving each other shit.
Jokes until it isn't, you know?
Yeah. And there's a line, but you got to find
You
it.
got to cross it.
Mm-hmm.
Got to cross it.
You have
and
to
try
find
and
it.
push the line further.
Totally. Yeah. And I'll push it back, and that's the play. Yeah. Well, that's nice. Yeah. I appreciate you.
Okay.
Fuck.
Save it for men's group.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move into some. We'll move into climbing. Back into climbing.
Mm-hmm.
What makes the best day out for you when you're at a climbing crag?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never really thought about it. It's always just, if I tick the project, that's it. No, it's not. It's always like when you look back at like every hobby I've had, and I've had a lot of hobbies.
Oh, so many.
It's always about
Too many.
It's always about the people. It really is. Like I look back at my time kickboxing, and that was fun, but it was because I was doing it with Smithers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, once Smithers stopped, I went, nah. When I was doing powerlifting, it was the table. There's like this at PTC, there's like this table, and you would all just sit around it between sets. So it's just like about that community, that friendship thing. And yes, you're all like, it all brings you together around this hobby. But once once that community or friendship's gone, it just gets a bit sour.
Mm-hmm.
Climbing is a little bit different because I'll just be in this cave all alone, so I must really like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, a good climbing trip is just like it's you don't always need success. It's really just like how the day goes. Like you're having fun, not getting injured would be great, but most times we'll get injured. Yeah, to me, it's just like the banter and like the progress as well. The progress is huge. Like, like we're trying to climb at the moment that is a little bit out of my league, I'd say. Like, and there's been a couple of times on it where I'm like, it wasn't very fun because I didn't see a little bit of progress. Like, I still go like, that was great because I got to spend the day with a guy I know. And
ouch.
And been friends with for 4 years.
Yeah, barely know him.
Yeah, so I think like the perfect day is almost like a mix of like a bit of progress. It doesn't need to be a tick. Good banter, maybe some nice weather. Some of those like really cold, I'm freezing, I can't feel my finger days. That can be a bit rough. But again, you look back on it and be like, that was cool.
Yeah, it's so that like it's like I think about that Sentinel session that we had when I think Sierra was there.
That was one of the best climbing days ever.
And
you talking about the raining one?
Yeah, just like I think because it goes through like there was success, but there was also like just chaos as well. Like I think, I sent Dwarf Pumper.
Yeah.
But left everything on because it started like pissing down with rain. We ran back to camp saturated, and then camp like fully flooded. There was water running through it was like a lot of rain that dumped. But what was it that I had to because I had to solo up to the top of Sentinel. Do you remember that?
I don't remember you soloing.
Was it not? Oh, maybe I did tie in.
Yeah, because we were doing the traverse in the wet, and then we were.
What was that?
That was Sentinel.
Yeah, but do you remember how I climbed basically to the top of?
Oh, because we didn't know how to clean it properly. Yeah. You're talking about how we climbed around.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know how to get our gear back, I think.
Was that the same? That might have been.
No, I think that was Stepping on Snakes.
I think that was on Stepping on Snakes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, with the Dwarf Pumper one, I get up, sand starts pissing with rain, so we bail, but left the drawers on. Get back to camp, fully floods, like a decent amount of water just running through the whole campsite. Sarah leaves. The rain takes it just kind of dissipates after a while, and the floods just disappear. We hack back up to Sentinel to, I think, whether we were to retrieve gear or you wanted to jump back on, and then you jump back on and you send it. And that day is just so in my head of because it was just adventurous. We'll probably, bantering, laughing. Then there was success. It was that's a fun climb. There's so much happening there. That day in my head is so locked in there. It's that was so fun.
Yeah, I think we were still very early on. So
Totally.
it felt very adventurous, but it kind of wasn't. It was kind of just a standard approach to it. That thing.
Yeah.
But
With a
at
bit
the
of rain.
time, we were just we was very sketched out by the little scrambles. So we were bolting in, and we'll be how do we belay this way? So it was there's so much unknown, which I think that makes a really fun climb, climbing day. Going to our local spot, you don't even think about the approach anymore. You don't think about any of that. But the first time going there and climbing up that big Via Ferrata, you go that was awesome. Yeah. So I think, new spots definitely definitely leads to memories. And then, that Dwarf Pumper memory was awesome as well.
Totally.
I was getting very shut down on it.
Yeah.
I had very bad beta. And then, I remember throwing to that last jug and it was just a puddle of water. I still hit it. And now we know you're not supposed to climb rock when it's wet, and you learn that.
We
didn't break that climb, luckily, but yeah.
I mean, there's been so many memories over the years. What is a standout day for you? Obviously that one, but are there others that have been real high ticket items?
What would be?
I remember our first approach to tribute.
Yeah, the first approach to tribute was awesome.
Got lost, drank all of our water on a 30-degree day.
Cranky hot Bryce.
Yeah, hot Bryce. Got there, had no water, did 2 climbs left.
Yeah. again, very early on, like we were heading out there not long after getting our lead pass. And I think at the time, maybe we'd climbed Bop to You Drop. Oh no, not Bop to You Drop. What's
Boogie.
Boogie. But I think that was it. And then, yeah, I think that was so fun about it, is all that unknown, not knowing where we're going, kind of not knowing what we're doing, kind of, you know, I watched all the YouTube on like cleaning things, but then you're up there
you
and
actually
you're
have to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that, and that's, I think what was, you know, so fun about climbing at the start was like all that, like you're a little bit out of your depth.
Yeah, there's something so enticing about that.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of adventure in sport, but that's fine. That's the price you pay.
It's the Brycey pay.
Got it. That's the most offensive thing you've said.
Do you remember? Totally, 100%. Do you remember like the feeling of when we were like climbing at Backwall for the first few times and touching Red Anzacs and like failing on Red Anzacs, the 19 that's around the corner, but then like having Boogie as like that everyone talks about, and Boogie is just like the one that you want to get on and watching videos about it, and how like that climb almost had an aura to itself as well. Yeah. Totally, like it's probably most Melburnians' first like project. You know, most people go out to Macedon, and then that's the climb. That's the 3-star climb that's there. It's so funny how that's just like, yeah, that's just a moment of time where I was so intimidated by that route as well. Like trying whatever those climbs at Backwall, I don't know the names, but it's like 9s, 12s, 13s. And then you're like looking at this 21 being like, whoa, damn. And then, yeah, you finally put some time into it and send it. It was like the first moment of like, whoa, you know, you see something, you train for it, you project it a little bit, and then, yeah, clip the chains. I find that such a, yeah.
Yeah, to me, that's what climbing is about. Like, I just love sport climbing, and I love clipping the chains.
Yeah.
To me, that is just number one.
Which we haven't done in a while. We're in project mode.
No, to clean, we have to go to the top.
That's true. Yeah, you've put some chains to clean.
It's still the same feeling.
Yeah, satisfaction. I made it.
Love clipping the top.
Love flipping chains.
But yeah, there just hasn't been a better feeling. Like I've done a little bit of bouldering outside, not very successful with it, but it's because it just has never given me the same feeling. And I think something Connor said on one of your podcasts actually hit home really well with me, where he was talking about like his try hard level, and he goes like, oh, I'm really like good at 70%. And I think I'm the same. Like if I'm in that like mode of like 70%, like going up and up until like trying hard, you know, trying things like getting pumped out and falling, fine, but like being like, oh, you need to try as hard as you can on one move, I just kind of go like,
it's hard to recruit for it.
Yeah, it just kind of doesn't draw me in. Like I guess I like to know it's possible and then put it together. You know, something about like doing all the moves. You're like, okay, so it's possible. It's just, yeah. So probably something I need to work on, but also I'll just keep avoiding hard moves.
Yeah. It's also not super necessary. Like you turn yourself into a hard single move boulderer.
It's just going to come up. Like the climb we're working at the moment, there is like 3 really hard moves. And yeah, they're close enough that it's like very alluring. Yeah. So I could see it a little bit, but I've never been on a boulder where I'm like, oh, I have to climb this. Yeah.
I don't really have one. Yeah. I think I would like I said it on here, like my longest boulder project was straining rail, just because it was like 3 years in between going to Macedon. So like I think I tried it twice and then came back, tried it once, got the moves and then came back another time and then got it. But like that, it didn't give me the feelings of like why I think I've fallen in love with climbing. Yeah. You know, like I think I've had better feelings on the moonboard than I had kicking straining rail. Yeah. Which is, I'm just like, how do you translate that?
I think it's because when I've gone out bouldering, I've gone out being like, I need to do this thing or this grade
Mm.
to say something about myself. I haven't gone into it being like, I love this boulder.
Right.
I want to climb this so much. And then tried it enough that you start falling in love with it. You know? Like with like the moon board, you know, you try something so long, you just like, you find like a love for it. And I'm sure if there was a boulder that was like down the road and you went and did that each week instead of, you know, doing a session on the moon board or the gym, you would probably feel the same way. But
As soon as you start unlocking just those little like micro betas is like where almost it all comes into being like, I'm so attached to this thing.
yeah, but the thing, I think the thing is like, it's such a journey to go anywhere for climbing that if you're going to do it, I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to sport climb then.
Yeah. Love sport climbing. Can we talk about trad?
Yeah, sure.
You've
An
said
extensive track career.
you've said to me that I've already brought it up 3 times on the
I
podcast.
think it was 2 or 3. Yeah, it's good to close the book on it, I guess.
I think, but
but there's more episodes coming. Who knows?
that's true. And I was referring to it as a guy I know, and everyone that has listened to the podcast will know it's you. But
You've said my name both
Oh,
times.
shit. all right, well, Bryce Johnson,
The guy that I know.
the guy that I know, we sort of started to dabble with some trad. Went out to Arapalis for one trip and did like maybe Eskimo now.
Did a few.
Can't remember the names, but
No, something. Nothing hard. Like I think it was up to like 14.
14, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like fun day out. I'd never experienced it. You went out with, I think,
Yeah, I did a
course.
trad course.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Melbourne
rock climbing group.
climbing school.
Now climbing company. Now the climbing company. Yep.
Oh.
Formerly known as Melbourne Rock Climbing School. You bought a rack.
Yeah.
We played out there. We had some fun. And then this will almost link us back to that question as well that I asked before. But you had your first child, and then we went for a trip out to Arapalis to go just do some nice, easy trad climbing as well. And I think it might have been, it might have been day one, just like the first climb that we got to, you led, took off, maybe got, not super high off the ground, 10, 15 meters, something like this, to a point where it felt like the next move for you felt just too much. Like it was just, whether it was unprotected, whether it was too hard for where it's at, just it put you into a space of, you can speak to it, but put you into a space of, calculating the risk now is different to when it was before you had a child. Can you speak to that a little bit and what you went through
For sure.
in that moment?
I think with climbing at the start, it was, and again, part of the thrill of it and like starting to sport climbing was like, we're doing this thing and there's a little bit of also, I don't really know what I'm doing. And it's a little bit of a thrill, but it makes it a bit more exciting in sport climbing at the start. And theoretically, it's safe. With trad climbing, I went and did a course and then I taught you how to do it. I should not have been teaching anyone how to do it. Again, watch all the YouTube, practiced my anchors.
Yep.
But on that second trip, like after I'd had my son, that feeling of going like, I don't really know what I'm doing. I couldn't push it aside.
And we were looking at a multi as well. We were,
Yeah,
we were
yeah,
at the
yeah.
base of a multi.
Yeah. And because we actually had done a climb that day as well.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay.
We did one before it. Like it was a very easy spot. I think I don't know if it's called like backwall or something, but it's a very easy beginner spot at Arapalis. And I remember like placing the gear and being like, this isn't good. Like this, I don't think this gear is good. I'm not placing enough of it. I'm not finding the spots. But, you climb a 10 and you're like, yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, maybe just got to shake the heebie-jeebies out. But then that next climb that we started, I got up again. It wasn't that high up. Probably just like, 80 meters.
Something like that.
Yeah, just ran it out. No, I placed some gear and that nagging feeling of, I don't really know what I'm doing, just intensified a lot more. And it went from a place of going like, I don't know what I'm doing and I'm risking myself and I'm risking Tom, which I didn't like because I build my anchors and I build them as good as I can. But like, there's a difference between like knowing that it's good and thinking that it's good. And I remember like doing those multis. I'm going like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is good. And I'm sure you would be the same way. You're going like, I'm pretty sure this anchor's good.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't want your partner to fall on stuff because you're not sure. So I remember getting up to that and I went like, I don't know if this gear is good. And I went, and now it's like, I'm not just risking a broken leg. I'm risking like my child's future. If I fall and snap my neck, I just couldn't do that to my son. Like, it's awful to think about like them not growing up with one of the most important people in their lives because of what I'm doing for fun. Like, I just couldn't like justify that in my head in that moment. And I still feel the same way, honestly. I don't believe that trad climbing is dangerous. I believe if you don't know what you're doing and you trad climbing, that could be dangerous. But I'm positive I could probably find a nice climb, make it safer than a sport route with just good gear and lots of gear. And yeah, but it's not something I'm willing to go down at this stage in life because I love sport. I don't get a ton of time to climb outdoors anyway. So I'd rather just focus on what I love, and sport luckily seems to be the safest form of climbing. And now I wear a helmet like a loser. But again, it was just one of those things where I'm like, oh, I can't hit my head, and like Finn misses out on me talking all that shit at him later. Like,
Damn. I'll do it for you.
yeah, so it's just about risk mitigation. Like I don't believe that, I mean, everything has a risk, but I don't believe that sport climbing is very dangerous, but there is risks with everything. I'm choosing to do something like this for fun, so I need to mitigate those risks where I can. Like, you know me with like gear and buying stuff, and it's I don't mind spending money on things that I love. Obviously, I think it's really important to invest in what you love. Because, because what's the point otherwise? Yeah. I mean, and you have to have like expendable income to do that sort of thing. But, and the other thing is, I don't like risking other people either. Like, I know, like I had a gree very early on, and to me there is a flaw with the gree, which is pushing down the cam to pull out a bunch of slack, and you can hold that back with your back two fingers, but there could be a scenario where that slips, like it slips out of those back two. And there's actually, I watched some like YouTube video as well where like that technique has failed a little bit before as well. And if someone's, you know, like only 2 bolts high sort of thing, then yeah, that's another risk.
Right.
So I went like, as soon as the Neox came out, I went, oh yeah, that's the answer. Like you just don't take your hand off the brake rope. And I love it. Like to me, it's just like, it's my job to keep you safe as a belayer. Yeah. So I do not mind spending $200 to make that risk a little bit lower. Is a gree safe? 100% it is. But if there's like, oh, you could spend this tiny bit more and it's a little bit more safer, like it could save you from having a broken leg, I'm like, yeah, it's worth it.
And it might allow me to get my project as well, because now the belaying is so much smoother.
Yeah. Well, short roping is important.
Makes you strong.
It's how do you talk shit with a rope, and I've worked out how to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm 20 meters up and you can't yell at me anymore, just short rope.
Yeah.
But no, it's gotten a lot better. It has. Yeah, we appreciate the Neox. I'd love you to sponsor. Yeah, I mean, I found it like going back to the moment that you basically decided to hang up trad and went through it all at the base of the Climate Arapiles.
Wow, how did I get to that from talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. That's good. It's fine.
Just went a bit of a tangent.
It's fine.
Okay.
We're happy with it because I do want to get into your gear buying as well. Yeah, I remember you going through that moment and being like, yeah, sick. Like I hadn't really
we hadn't really gone through like proper risk mitigation before because we've just been sport climbing and then just been like, I guess there's naivety or like, I guess just not being aware of what the risks are properly for myself, like just having you teach me trad and just being like, all right, well, yeah, let's just do this. And then to watch you analyze it and go through it and being like, oh, sick. Okay, that's a good line. Like you can have these lines that you like to push them, but you can have these lines that you don't like to cross when, the things that are more important to you, family, security, risk mitigation.
It's very easy to cross a line for yourself because you can bring in like self-talk. You can be like, oh, you're not doing this because you're acting cowardly, or you're not doing this because you're scared. But as soon as like you're responsible for other people, it's different.
Totally.
It's like, I think you can see it a little bit clearer because you're not comparing it against like narratives you might have about yourself. You're going like, no, that actually doesn't matter. Like what matters is that, I be around for my kids.
Yeah, that matters. Yeah, I think I had
until they're 18, and then
bye.
Right, Dad.
Yeah, it's $500 for rent, please, kids. Oh, then Trad Dad.
Yeah, then Trad Dad.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, you're like finally I can die.
Yeah, we'll go send that climb. Something was just in my head. I can't remember what it was. What was it about?
You were talking about.
I think like, there's something to new beginner climbers actually having something go wrong for them as well. Because like you can just, I feel like I was a much more like oblivious to risk when we started climbing. I was probably more scared because it was all new. But like it wasn't until I had that moment on the climb that's next to Thundering Guns where I fell, like tried to down climb because I got scared.
No, it was Thundering Guns.
No, it wasn't. It was the one next to it. It was like a 21 next to it or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My memory was always that was Thundering Guns.
No.
Oh yeah, that makes sense because Chen was there.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't have been on a 24.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but fell,
Jeez.
swung into the rock, fully sprained my ankle, blew it up.
Again, I think we technically I'm 90% to blame as the belayer, but it was just early on, and you got a bit above the draw, and then you were like, ugh, and you were like, take. And so then I took. So then when you dropped, you swung into the wall really hard. Yeah. And like as a belayer, now I would go, I'm not gonna take as hard as I can. I'll just let him have the fall. Yeah. But again, it's what Gumbies do.
That is what Gumbies do. But I think that's like, it's kind of important as well to like not get injured, but kind of important to understand just there is the risk in it because being oblivious to it is like so dangerous. I think Connor said it great in the other episode as well. Very sad. Good trad climbers make dangerous things seem safe, and then beginner trad climbers make simple things or easy things seem difficult or dangerous.
How would you reverse that? It was so easy.
Yeah, I couldn't remember exactly. He said it word for word, said it very clear, but
Let me try.
Okay, you go for it.
Good trad climbers make dangerous things safe, and beginner trad climbers make safe things dangerous.
Exactly what I said.
Got it. Put my voice over your voice.
We'll team up on that one together, and that's a good belay. That's a good belay.
I'm embarrassed how hard I had to think about that. Then
it was hard
the
to do.
Was on. Yeah.
All right. Well, Connor, shout out to you, dude, because that was so impressive.
Dude can say words.
He can say words. But yeah, being like coming after that, and then my climbing definitely, I think after that moment got worse because then I was constantly in a mode of like risk analysis, being like, oh, I could fall here. I'm a little bit above the draw. And it's like all of that came in. And I think it's taken a little while to undo that, where now I'm in a space where it's like, oh, I have an understanding of the risk and also have an ability to know where that line is to be able to like push it where necessary. There's something to that.
And I think just so many more falls and me being a decent belayer at this point instead of a shit one. Because if you're worried about decent.
Okay. Better.
I would pass my lead pass.
Oh, I hope so.
Not another warning.
No, well, you can't.
Too hard. It's
Yeah,
very
too soon.
strict with letting go of the brake rope. Yeah, because if you're like, oh, I just got short roped, and you're like, oh, I hurt my ankle because the rope was tight. Of course, that's gonna play in your head. So, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, well, I shouldn't have just backed out. I shouldn't have just, I should have just gone for it,
But you had me in the gree backwards once, so we're even.
I've had you in the 80 backwards. I've had you in the gree backwards. Yeah. Yeah. Double check, do your partner checks. That's necessary. And we're good at it now.
The Eddie should be illegal. Why would they make it the reverse?
Just
of
the opposite.
Just chaos.
It is chaos. But yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I still like the Eddie. I love how the rope feeds.
Oh, you like it locking up all the time?
I don't look it up. I'm a good player.
Well, if you put it in the right way, it might look up.
Yeah, it's so smooth when you put it in backwards. There's no friction at all. Lowered you super quick. One thing I noticed with you as well, and you just kind of touched on there touched on before, was like self-talk. And I find just from like an understanding of you, I feel like your self-talk has gotten a lot better as well. Like it's gone from this like probably hard perspective, high expectations of yourself to a bit more of an understanding of abilities and what you're capable of, because there's so much more time climbing and how you can understand it. What's been some ways that you've helped be able to like curate your mind and have that conversation with yourself a bit better?
The secret to negative self-talk for me is more negative self-talk.
I retract that statement. It hasn't gotten better.
It actually did help. Like, I know that sounds crazy and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. But at the start, I was really scared of climbing. Much more scared than you were. Or maybe you were, but maybe you hit it well. But I remember being absolutely terrified. I mean, you saw me when I would stand on a ladder, like when we're trying to build a wall. I was just like, ugh. And part of that, I think, fed a narrative of being like, oh, you're scared of things. You can't do things that you're scared of. So what would happen is I would go and do something, like all this sort of happened to Macedon, honestly. I'd go and do something, and then maybe I would chicken out or not do something because I felt too scared. And then on that car ride home or that night, I would just dwell on it. I would just sit there and be like, oh, just thinking about it. You didn't do this because you're scared and you couldn't. So then I would just make myself the next time do it. And then the thing ended up becoming, it's a lot less worse to just try and do the thing than have to sit with the negative self-talk.
Right.
So I would always, like, when I would get more freaked out by a move or something, I'll just be like, just do it, because you don't want to have to think about it later.
Right.
And that's helped so much, because you do it and you're like, it's no big deal. And then you just keep getting that very little exposure of fear and getting comfortable in those like little steps. And it's just helped so much, because I think once you, whatever the hobby or whatever it is, I think once you have a better relationship with fear, it can change your whole narrative about yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you're constantly not doing something because you're afraid of something, then you build narratives about yourself of how you react to these things.
And then that comes true when you're in the situation of being fearful as well.
Yeah.
You're just like recreating that path.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that Will Smith, Jaden Smith movie, the worst one ever. Like
Planet Earth or something like that.
After Earth? Maybe?
After Earth.
I think it summed it up well. Like, the fear technically isn't real, but danger is.
Worst analogy.
I think it's a good analogy. I think Jaden Smith he's turning out fine.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good.
He's
good. He's good.
Dad, he's got a mum.
Shout out Will Smith.
Yeah.
Sponsor the podcast. True, yeah. Slap happy. He's good.
Yeah, I just try to like take life lessons from Will Smith movies, basically.
There's a few in there that you can actually, Hitch is great.
Hitch is great. Karate Kid, technically not Will Smith, but so I just took like 50% of the lessons. I turned off all the Jackie Chan bits.
Yeah, that's a short movie. If you cut out that.
Yeah, it's basically he gets beaten up and then he like does a crane kick. But I learned a lot from that.
You've used that climbing?
I've learned to lift my legs higher, and you've seen that.
Wow, that
Yeah.
is true.
Yeah, and you thought that was from like practicing and stretching. No, it was just from watching half the new Karate Kid.
New Karate Kid.
Yeah.
15 years old. Older than our relationship.
What are we talking about?
Probably rock climbing. How many shoes you got? Is it crazy?
Some subjects we can't talk about. They're offline.
And like,
They're
you know,
redacted.
people may say, oh, I've got like 6 pairs of shoes, but like, you know, 4 of them are decommissioned, holes in them.
Mm.
So let's, if you could answer the question
Got a
with,
shoe with a hole in it.
yeah, you're about to resole it.
I know. It's big. It's big. I've been on the quest for the Cinderella.
Let's go get
slipper.
your shoe cabinet. Oh, yeah.
It's actually pretty empty at the moment. I just threw a bunch in the bin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Well, never going to climb in them again, and they had holes in them. So.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I did. I'm pretty off it at this point. I know that sounds crazy because you know I got new shoes, but I was looking for like the Cinderella slipper. I was going like, there's a perfect shoe out there somewhere. And I just tried so many.
Tried so many.
I was a real
And you know, every
shoe
time, cut it. Every time.
shoe.
Oh.
I was a real shoe liberated woman.
Keep it in.
Got it.
Yeah, I think there was a few shoes along the journey where you also believed this is the one.
Yeah.
And I don't see them anymore.
See, I was pretty lucky to find my life partner pretty early, I would say. I found her when I was probably like 21, something really early, 22.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like the relationship I've had with shoes is most people's relationship. I'd find one, oh, this is the one.
Yep.
Betrayed me.
You got to be promiscuous somewhere in your life.
Exactly.
And
I
it's you with
slipped
shoes.
off and, and then I went back to it later. I'm like, it won't be the same this time. And just treated me badly.
And
But
wow.
I found it. I'm Scarpa boy now.
You're a Scarpa boy.
Scarpa boy.
Seems like a lot of people are. I am turning that way. I now only climbing, unless I don't do it, but unless I'm hard bouldering, then I'll put my drones on because they're just way too downsized, but they're perfect for a hard heel or something. But otherwise, yep, my Vapor Lace, VSRs, great combo.
Yeah.
Scarpa,
Sponsor us.
sponsor us. Also Moonboard, if you're listening. Whatever else. Flexi strut. Yeah. So you think you're a full-time Scarpa guy now. You're not going to go back to 510s. You're not going to like Anasazis, Naiads. They were hot property for a moment.
The 510s fit perfectly, and that is the only thing. But this is really lame. You should probably cut it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like what Adidas has done with 510. Like, I think they bought it. They haven't innovated very much. They haven't brought out any new shoes. It's really hard to get them. And I don't feel like they're supporting climbing. So I kind of just went like, I don't really want to send money to this massive corporation that's going to make no difference to them. I would rather just support like people that
Climbing
actually invest
specific.
Yeah. And I was, there's the unparalleled brand that was the 510 original creators, I guess, and like they brought all the original warehouses and had the same designers, but they just didn't fit me. Like, yeah, they just didn't fit. Like, I tried a couple and just didn't.
It is so interesting what 510 and yeah, like Adidas Terex, like they don't push, like they have two. Oh, actually, they've got a few. Like they've got Yanya, they've got Will Bosey, they've got Menchi Shulk, and like they've got like top of the tier climbers on their roster, but they don't push it at all.
No.
It's so like they just
They've only got 2 shoes really. Like they've got the high angles, the white ones, and then they've got the high angle pros, and they're both excellent shoes.
Right. Nailed it.
But that's it. Like that's what's so interesting is like you look at Will Bosey, he climbs everything in those white high angles. Like sometimes I've seen him put a naiad on like one foot for a different move, but he just doesn't have the catalog that like other climbers do. You look at him on silence, he doesn't have any options. It seems like he's just got the white ones, and he's still able to pull off the moves. Like you saw Stefano ended up, I think, pretty much copying what Andre did, where he had like the solution and Mura. I
don't remember.
Oh, me either.
Okay.
But yeah, Stefano did the same thing, except he had like a solution comp and a Mura to like do that crack move. He had to do it just in like the high angles, and you just sort of go like, why aren't they? Yeah, because they don't care. Like that's why they're not investing in building all these.
Do you think pro climbers, like when they know they're being filmed, like he's projecting silence, and then when he's being filmed, he's like, you know, he's putting his high angles on, but then when it's off, he's like, I might just put my mirrors on.
No, I don't think he can, because if he sent the climb in them, then he's in trouble, isn't he?
Yeah, that's
true. So you can't get good at it.
Just put him on the harness and take him up.
Just AI is out his shoes. Yeah. No, I think a good climber can do anything in whatever shoe, honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. When you will both, you don't have shoes matter too much.
No.
Just strong. How do you? So you've got this wall here, which we climb at, which I want to climb at more. You've got a steep 60-degree at home in your garage as well, but then a little flat wall which you put in
Finn,
for your little boy to climb on as well.
Yeah.
How's it been managing his like entry into the sport, and like kind of I could see myself loving climbing and being like, I want him to love climbing so we can go on climbing trips together someday. But how has it been balancing the act of pushing or not, like, making him a full-time climber and just allowing him to be a little boy?
I'm not trying to push him into anything because I don't think that climbing is the answer for everyone. I think what climbing gets to do for me is it ticked a lot of boxes because I like being in nature. I sort of liked hiking. I kind of felt like it was a little bit pointless. And then when approaches happened, you went like, okay, this actually
So you just changed the name of it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that now.
Because now you're going somewhere. There's a point to it. Yeah. I liked camping. What I loved about powerlifting was like, I love training. Like I do. I love having a program and sticking to it and seeing the progress. And then, it just does a lot of things for you. It forces you to keep your body weight under check. Like, well, it doesn't, you can get fat if you want, but it's just, it does a lot of things where it makes other things in life easy. Like, I don't be like, oh, it's so hard to stick to a diet because I love climbing more than the other thing.
Yeah.
So, and then, you get community climbing, like, as I'm sure you know through the podcast, and everyone you're meeting climbing is really cool.
Yeah.
Like,
so everyone's so psyched.
yeah.
It's so fun.
So for me, that is like, that ticks so many boxes. And if Finn gets into that, then that's awesome. I would love to be able to share that with him. But he just needs to go on his own little journey and like find what actually works for him. I didn't find climbing until I was
I think we were
40.
No, that's when you'll be a good climber.
Yeah.
That's
I would've done by then.
Yeah, I think 2019 is what, 7 years ago? So we were 25.
Yeah.
Well, you might have been 26, but I was 25.
Wait, that can't be right, can it?
2019 was the year. Yeah.
Late 2019.
Really
late.
Definitely wasn't February.
Was it?
Yeah.
Didn't COVID happen?
2020, end of 2019.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
And then I took a year off climbing when Finn was born as well.
Yeah.
Because I thought I couldn't climb anymore.
What's that been like? Sort of like second child now as well. Like you've come in and out. You've made me turn into a boulderer at times because I lose my single belay partner.
Oh, wonder what that's like. A little taste of your own medicine. let's go climbing. No,
Oh, right.
gotta mark it on. Gotta get some butter.
Yeah. Yeah. I, priorities.
Cut it out.
It's ghee. It's not butter. I go to the market for ghee.
Totally different.
Totally different. He uses the cycles of the moon. But so like keeping the psych and the motivation whilst raising 2 kids now, but like you've sort of dipped out to be in those like important moments and just like harder moments for like the first 6 months sort of thing of both kids. What's that process been like for you, being in that? And like, I'm speaking for you there, but like obviously being a father is taking priority, so it's an easier choice, but you're not climbing, you're missing climbing, you might see me outdoors and everything like that as well. What's that been like?
Yeah, I mean, I had to take a fair bit of time off when my second was born, but that's expected. And like, at the end of the day, having kids it's better. Like climbing's very fun, but your kids are better. They just are. So it's not that hard to sort of make a sacrifice. But I think when it's not even a sacrifice, like it's just like owning. Like you get something so much more from it than But I think if you were very driven or passionate, you just figure out how to keep doing it. I didn't stop climbing during that whole time. Like I got up, like I would get up at 5 before work and come here and then climb and then go to work. And you just work out a way to keep doing it. And like I'll be, at the end of the night, once we've got kids down, I'll be like pulling my crimp lock while watching TV with Paige. Like you just figure out a way to do it if you love it enough.
Yeah.
Like we had to take a break from like lead climbing indoors and outdoors because taking a day away, and like that's the other thing about having kids is like if you take a day off and you don't have kids, it's like no big deal. But if you take a day off and you have kids, it's like you're putting all your workload on your partner, and where it's like it doesn't feel the same. It feels like you're kind of stiffing them a little bit.
Totally. Yeah. Especially, leaving them with 2 at home.
Which, I've got to get more comfortable with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just get used to doing that to me.
Should we we'll go for a 2-dayer?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Let's do it. Paige, suck it up. But no, I am excited for this trip to the Blue Mountains because it's a family trip as well. Like, my fiance is coming, and then your whole family's coming. Paige and the 2 kids are coming as well, which I think is, we did a little trip up to Grampians last year with, Paige was pregnant, I think, at the time, wasn't she? Yeah, she was pregnant. And just that dynamic, like I think it was so nice because we got some hard climbing in, we did some things, but then there's this unseriousness, this playfulness that kind of comes with it because you just like, you come back after, you're not just sitting drinking a beer, talking about the climbing, which I also love, eating a bunch of pasta, eating way too much pasta. But,
We didn't approach that very well, did we?
Uh-huh.
We didn't approach that very well, did we?
What's that?
Like, oh, so psyched on climbing. Let's go drink beer and have as much pasta as possible.
Yeah. Full bag each. 1 kilo of mince.
Just wake up the next day, you're like, I feel like shit.
Yeah. Why don't I want to climb? That explains a lot. But yeah, just like the dynamic that having a family there, I think just makes it feel lighter. Like that if sometimes climbing can feel serious and you're just like, oh, I've got this thing I need to do. But you get back and Finn's running around just being like, throw the crocodile again. You're like, oh yeah, all right, sweet.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for this trip that's coming up. And I'm sure that's almost your everyday, going back and having a crocodile thrown at you.
Yeah, he threw a shoe at me last night.
Probably one of your climbing shoes.
No.
They're everywhere, lying around everywhere.
No. 2 pairs maybe.
Yeah, it's just 2. 2 that you wear.
Yeah, it's fun. And that's the cool thing about kids. It's like, it doesn't really matter if you're tired or thinking about something else. Like it just snaps you into it. Like you get home and you're like, it's on. And And now, it's fun. It really is. For now. Until it gets older. Start seeing.
Yeah, then you push me into climbing.
And you start saying things like, what's the thing? Squib. Squish.
Squish. Squish.
I don't know.
What?
Squeeb.
I don't know.
What's
What
the thing the kids say? And it's like
6, 7.
6, 7. Yeah. God, I'm feeling old and dumb right now.
Wow, I don't even know. There's a new word.
Moving on.
Moving on. Squeeb.
No, it's skibbity.
Skibbity. Kids are saying skibbity. Should I know this?
I heard my niece trying to explain it, and it's just like, it's just hard to listen to.
Oh.
It's like, you know, how we had our own language in high school.
Mhm.
Other kids have that too.
Ugh.
Gross.
Ours was better.
Yeah.
What else? I wanted to go into something that you've dealt with your entire climbing career, but also previously through powerlifting, which I'd like to know how much you feel that actually benefited your climbing. How much do you feel like that the transition from powerlifting to climbing helped?
I don't know. I think pros and cons. I
Mm.
think I came into climbing very strong,
Mm.
like for, you know, like somebody just beginning because I had that strength background.
Totally.
But I think I was a little bit too strong for how good of a climber I was.
Mm.
So it was
And
very,
maybe tendon wise.
yeah, it was very easy to apply way too much force
Mm.
on climbs. And then, yeah, and I was also incredibly immobile from all the powerlifting.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like you almost try to get immobile in powerlifting. It's really
Right.
weird. Because
Just
like,
singular.
well, yeah, because you're trying to, like with squats, you're trying to cut your range of motion so that you get like this thing called like the bounce effect. So
Mm.
like instead of like the bounce effect's happening like where you're at the bottom of your range of motion. So like once you hit it, it bounces back up and you can carry more momentum up into the squat.
Right. So it
So-
pays to be.
Yeah. So
Oof.
yeah, and then you know all the benching and you just you're trying to limit your range of motion. So instead of like having shoulder mobility that comes all the way down here, you're pushing your chest up, you're bringing the bar to here, so
Mm.
then you're getting strong in like this motion
Right.
instead of like a full range of motion. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was kind of like a lot of work to undo all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember those moments when you were first getting those high feet going. It was,
So hard.
yeah,
Still struggle with it. But
yeah. It's gotten so much better though.
yeah, again, I wouldn't regret it because I find the thing with strength as well is once you build it, it's very easy to get it back.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's very easy for me to get strong again. But
Yeah.
it's just like strength usually isn't my problem in climbing. It's
Totally.
other things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What would you say those problems are?
Technique.
High feet.
Positive attitude.
Yeah, I wonder. I think, yeah. I don't, yeah. Technique, maybe. Oh, route, like remembering what you did on a route. That's definitely such a downfall for you.
Yeah.
Because
It's
you
a
would,
bad one.
you would do it and then you're following like, I think
don't know
my
what I
foot was
did,
here. I'm like,
yeah.
definitely not. Wasn't there at all.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's something to work on.
That's
but
something to work on.
I'll just ignore it. It should sort itself.
Just get stronger. But you brought that power into climbing and quickly found yourself, maybe not quick, I can't remember when the first one happened, but injuries.
Yeah.
Injuries have come, injuries have gone, injuries have come again, injuries have gone, injuries have come again.
Yeah.
What has been the biggest lesson with all of the injuries that you've had? You've been through a few, you're in one right now,
Yeah.
but it's just like more of a niggle, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Go cut it out. It's yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of part of it, especially with me. I'm just kind of easily injured. But the biggest thing that's helped me is I started getting coaching, like from Lattice, and I signed up for it for a long period.
Sponsor.
And it just, I'm not good at planning what I'm supposed to do. I'm not good at adjusting to the loading, and I'm not good at like being like, oh, my body can take this amount of loading.
Mm.
So when I went into it, I said to them like, look, this is my problem in climbing. I climb for 3 months, I get a finger injury, and it's just a constant 2 steps, 1 step, 2 steps, 1 step. And since like they're being responsible for it,
Mm.
I haven't had a proper finger injury in like a year.
Yep.
And it's, yeah, I don't think I think I'm in my best climbing shape now.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I was a little bit better at bouldering when I was at Boulder Lab.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And it's just been huge. Like getting rid of injuries is the best thing you can do for progressing. But yeah, I find them disappointing and they come up a lot, but
Mhm.
I think I'm on top of it somewhat now.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's just part of it. Like, and it's just important to kind of keep adjusting and not stopping. Like if you've got an elbow injury, don't go, oh, I'm not doing anything, or like pretend that you're gonna like maybe work on your flexibility. Just like keep working around it.
Pretend is funny.
Yeah. You just be like, oh, I'll probably start doing, and then you just don't. Like you just need to keep going. Because
Yep.
yeah. You just lose too much if you stop. Like,
Yeah, that's what I've sort of thought about, because you've like, again, we are chalk and cheese climbers. I think our betas are never the same for one reason: taller, shorter. But we've also like had a very different training method as well. Like you've been from the go, like pretty into your training and doing, probably in my world, a lot of it. Where me, I haven't really, like now I'm actually getting into training more because I've got a coach. And I don't think I've really been that injured. And I've had this like probably slow linear progress without the setbacks as much. And then you've trained hard with the setbacks and we're still kind of at the same level.
yeah.
Which is like, I find that so interesting to me. And like, maybe there's a happy medium or something like that. Maybe it's just genetics as well. Like I don't really know, but yeah, I'd be interested to see now, like if with this new training plan that I've got from Mariah, how far I can actually take the training. We'll see what actually happens with it as well. Something that's structured. Like I've always been active, you know, with climbing still a bit, except when we started playing golf, then got way too into golf. Way too into it.
Yeah, I forgot about the golf thing.
Yeah.
We can keep pulling how long we've been climbing back. We stopped climbing when we're golfing.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were doing like 5. What's the course?
Yeah.
More just that early
Eastern
morning
Sward, yeah.
Eastern Sward, like getting up early just for a round because we had to do it on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Those were our climbing days that we were missing.
What were we doing?
What were we doing?
But yeah, I think the answer to that is pretty simple. I think
What was the question?
I'm asking the questions. I think I'm not very athletic at all. I'm kind of uncoordinated with like anything to do with a ball. I think I have to work really, really hard for minimal progress. I would say the only thing that like I've got an advantage is I think I'm just a little bit naturally stronger than average.
Yep.
But again, it's probably from all the powerlifting. But also as a kid, I could always like climb the rope when nobody else could.
Whoa, flex.
Yeah, no big deal.
That's pretty cool.
So we find like, you know,
Couple of
a
kids.
25 rope climb, hopefully. Where I think you move very well. I think you're naturally more athletic, and I think you could be further if you did train more. Yeah, but I'm glad you don't.
Yeah, we've had the progression of, I don't remember what it was in the earlier grades, but we've gone from you open the next grade, I open the next grade,
Yeah.
you open the next grade, and now we're at a spot where it's my turn to open the next grade,
Yeah, I know. And then we've skipped a grade.
and we're trying to skip a grade, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So technically, this should be your grade, and I'll go back and do.
What if I get it before? Maybe I will.
Maybe you will.
And then you'll have to go do 26.
You'll have to do
26.
nosebleed section or something, or De La Soul.
Yeah, I want to go back to that one.
I just want to go to Van Diemen's.
Yeah, I know.
It's such an oasis there.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So nice.
It's awesome.
Yeah. There's a lot of climbing to do. And the more that I'm like in this, like speaking to climbers, Australian climbers, and they're just being like, this route, this spot, that list is not getting shorter. not getting shorter. The more you climb, the more you're just like, okay, I want to do this one. But still at the top of my list, 17.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Still there.
I don't really have anything that I'm like,
Mm.
yeah, I don't know. I kind of just see what's in front of me
Mm-hmm.
because like I just see everything that's in front of me. Just yeah, I don't know. I just get focused on what I'm like working like, and I think that's very much my brain is like I pick a thing and then I'm like this, and then yeah, I don't go like too far into the future. Like I'm not like looking at 29s or anything. I'm just sort of I like to focus on what I'm doing, and then I do it, and then I go not satisfied. What's next?
Yeah, I do have a 29 on the Blue Mountains list. But
Yeah, sure. You'll be.
that's a big jump. That's a big jump.
Well, hopefully the climb is just a big jump, and then you can skip it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Triple bump. We'll do the triple bump. Well, that's probably coming. I think what's 11, close to 11. Probably want to wrap it up there. Yes. Well, if there is anything else, I probably had more questions to ask, but I sort of thought we would just ramble anyway. But if there is anything else that you'd like to,
What other questions you have? Go on. Yeah. Oh. Suddenly don't have so many questions.
I got so many questions.
You just gotta pick.
So many questions. No, that's it.
So, like, what's your favorite color? Yeah, so it's a good one.
Yours is military green.
Turns out, yeah.
Just what you have most of.
I seem to have acquired a lot of that. And then there's been days where I've looked at myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh my God, I look like I'm trying to steal valor right now. I need to go change.
Yeah. And you go change and it'll just be more green.
Yeah. Like,
You come back with a hat.
how did this happen? I don't even remember buying these clothes, but
Yeah. Maybe Paige likes a man in uniform and she's been buying you green clothes.
Paige doesn't like me.
Well, I like you, and this has been fun. But is there anything else you'd like to leave the podcast with before you go take your son swimming?
I've heard you do this on other podcasts as well.
Mm.
Don't do this to me.
No.
Don't make me wrap it up. You wrap it up.
I will wrap it up, but it's just closing words.
Keep it crispy.
Basically rock climbing.